Includes the others.
This meeting of the City of Eureka Springs City Council will come to order. Clerk will call roll, please.
Steve Purkeypile.
Here.
Mickey Schneider.
Here.
Terry McClung.
Yep.
Joyce Elder. Here. David Mitchell.
Here.
James DeVito.
Here.
We have 6.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, next is approval of the agenda. Motion to discuss.
So moved. Second.
Changes, deletions, corrections, Ms. Snyder.
Postpone unfinished business number 1, please.
Second.
It is made and seconded. It is postponed. Anybody else? Okay, moving right along. All in favor of the amended agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, moves us on to discussion of Ordinance 2220, be the second read. Oh, I'm sorry.
Minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to blaze through this. Approval of the minutes for November 24th, 2014.
Motion to approve. Second.
Okay, any changes, deletion, correction?
No.
Okay, all in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
See, I just said it minutes that time, I didn't say agenda.
Yes.
Ching. Commission Committee Authority reports expired terms. You should pretty much have every report that
The commission's
from the.
actually...
Huh? Okay. Yeah, we don't have any reports as far as commissions go right now, so.
Just parks, I think, sir.
Okay.
And CAPC, I'm sorry. CAPC and Parks did turn one in. I just glanced at them.
Okay.
I read them. They're good.
All right, moves us on to public comments. First up is Laura Coker.
Wait a minute. What about the application?
Huh? Oh, yep. Yeah, this is a
Renewal.
re-application by Steve Holyfield.
To continue on.
Yeah.
HDC.
Make a motion. Can we do that now?
Sure.
Second. I make a motion that we reinstitute Steve to the position.
Holyfield.
Second that.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you.
I'm assuming.
All right.
Put that agenda back there. Oh, I have it.
Now I guess we go to public comments. All right, Ms. Coker, come on up.
Good evening. I wouldn't have bothered you except it's the only meeting this month. Good evening, sir. And I want Eureka to know that if I had a movie title for the occurrence today that directly was promoted because you all made me welcome to the clean water and the process and the people, the title would be The Day the Earth Stood Still. So you can just simply state that, or I can simply state that fluoride is dead. We have a lot of work to do, but it opens up an enormous opportunity. So you are American heroes because you stood for principles, you didn't back down, and you persevered, you did the research, and you persisted. And despite all of the 100 major agencies aligned against you, you stopped fluoride. We just simply have to write it down, get it processed. But the issue is very serious. So anyway, I wanted to let Eureka Springs know that you are American heroes. And in a while, you'll understand more why. So the reason for being, Dr. Baker, I've heard that he was a charlatan or whatever, or that he was a miracle worker. But when I look at what little I know of the history, he used sunlight, he used color, such as lavender, proven to be healing. He preferred hexagon. I know he loved a lavender car, for example, as well. He resisted the removal of rights for patients. He used music. He put a calliope on top of the crescent. And the resonance in the valley from that calliope must have just been magnificent. And we have proof that ultrasound and sound frequency does heal. And in the beginning was the Word, and the word spoken is frequency. sound. So I wanted to wish you all Merry Christmas and let you know that we have every basis for keeping the history of this city and bringing in new theories and treatments centered on healing and holism, clean food, clean air, clean water. And we might actually want to get our own water system so that people who want to experience the potential healing that physics have proved with spiritual water that's been prayed over behaves differently molecularly, and there is documentation. So people will have to come here because we're not going to bottle it and sell it. So in a sense, would you let somebody fluoridate or put lead, cadmium, arsenic in Lourdes and destroy that spiritual experience? So anyway, there's a lot we can do. I'd like you guys to do a little light research before your next meeting. Check flash mobs on YouTube. It's an experience that's magnificent. You can make $700,000, at least 2 families on YouTube, Kids Credential Toys. Both families have achieved $700,000 income apiece for their children simply trying the toys and producing these little home videos. The videos are free to produce and place, and the revenue comes from, the advertising. So we have revenue sources that maybe y'all weren't aware of, and revenue share, we're always interdependent. So you also have resources, I'm aware, local flavor, Friends with Willie Nelson, Farm Aid, Clean Air, Clean Food, Clean Water, Anti-Poverty.
Your time's up.
Okay, Kathy and Harold, Creed from Harley Inn. So God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Bill Satori.
Yes, thank you all. Happy holidays. I came a month ago and asked about the Christmas decoration. I was wondering if anyone in this room has had an opportunity to locate our large Christmas wreath, the pole sculpture. I mean, does anyone ask
There's
any?
a big giant one hanging on the side of the auditorium over here.
Yeah,
One I donated.
Is that the one you donated?
right. And that was recently, right? All right, well, we've had large ones
That's true.
before hanging on the auditorium. I'd like to know where they are. The ones that have been on the poles, there's 28 of them that were up there for 25 years, every year in a row. Haven't seen them in 10 or 15 years. They cost about $600 a piece to replace them. There's 28 somewhere around 2003. I've talked to people that work for the city who are putting up decorations. I've asked them where they are, and in conversation found out they didn't even know where all the storage areas were. And then when I would suggest storage areas to them, they couldn't find a key or anyone that had a key to those storage areas, such as below the bathrooms, public bathrooms at near Chelsea's, or up behind the police station in the fire building there. The CAPC paid to have that building expanded for Christmas decorations. I don't know if anyone searched it. That's why I asked you a month ago. I can't seem to find anyone who knows. Thank you for donating the large wreath. We had a large wreath that would hang on the side of the auditorium that was magnificent. Where did it go? Where did all the wreaths go? I mean, we're looking sorrier and sorrier every year over the last 8 years. I've just seen a progression of the city responsibility, not the individuals. I mean, everybody comes and goes with how well they do Christmas decorations, but the city or the CAPC, we have apparently no special events coordinator. We have no budget in the CAPC that's taking care of additional Christmas decorations. The idea was for it to grow every year and get better every year. And we've been spiraling down in our decorations and our efforts for the last 12 years. Do you have any idea where the wreaths are? Have you made any effort to locate them?
No.
You don't? You haven't?
I have no idea.
Okay. You just direct them to put up pole sculpture, but we don't know where our assets are. And I think that somebody needs to locate those or find somebody who does know something. Too often people just throw things out without any regard to the value of them. And I would like to know if we've searched for our assets and got them out. We're looking sad. We look very sad. But hope you all have a nice December, and thank you for listening.
That will move us on to unfinished business. Number 1 has been postponed. Number 2 is discussion of ordinance 220 on the second read. Motion to discuss.
So moved.
Second.
Floor is open. Yes, sir.
I'd make a motion to amend ordinance number 2220, reflecting 2 changes. First being in the whereas, section 1, line 3, managers of businesses in the tourism industry, adding within the Eureka Springs city limits. Then under section 1, line 4, line starts with industry, once again within the Eureka Springs city limits. Then in the next line, within Carroll County, Arkansas, period, striking at least 3, adding 4. And those
That
would
was
be...
done at the last meeting.
That was done at
That-
the last meeting.
Yes, we did.
Well,
Yeah,
I got an email saying,
yeah, we did that last meeting.
No, I've got a correct copy here.
Did you not get one with the shaded portion and the lines through it?
well, I thought this came from the chair of the CAPC. Did we...
No, I made the changes that you agreed to last meeting and sent the
And
updated.
I didn't get one. Well, then my question is, does this reflect the state statute?
Mr. Ragsdale
Yeah,
doesn't
we
think
had
so.
that discussion. Well, excuse me, I'm not on.
Well, if the clerk says it's done.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was discussed last time was changed and sent out by email, and I'd be happy to do it again. And then another email came from either Mr. Ritchie or Mr. Ragsdale saying that they had concern that this was to stay 3 because that's what the state statute says. Did you not? It was about
Yeah, I got that. I guess my memory failed me on the fact that I thought we had changed it to 4, but
Yes.
we have it presently at 3? No?
We changed
It
it.
did say 3. At the last meeting, it was agreed to change it to 4, which was done. And then another email came saying that they were objecting to that because it doesn't align with state statute.
That's my understanding.
No.
Ms.
At the
Alvarado.
last meeting, David, did not you read that out of the Municipal League Code
And
book?
it said at least 3, but again, if we listen to what the attorney said, we can have tougher standards. Just because it aligns with state code doesn't mean we can't have one that's more stringent.
Ms. Turner.
I believe the clarification was that 4th position, whether they collect tax or not, and that was the big fight last time, or the big discussion. The 4th one, as long as it was tourism related, like a T-shirt shop, they could be the 4th seat. That's what the clarification was.
You can pass
Mr.
this to
McClung.
James.
Yeah.
According to the way this was worded previously, and if it says,
Got that.
the owner shall reside within Carroll County, Arkansas, at least 3 of the members, well, at least 3, it doesn't say that it cannot be less than 3. It doesn't say that it cannot be more than 3. And currently, we've got three people in lodging and 1 restaurant owner now in those 4 spots. So, I got an email from the chairman of the CAPC today too, but I don't see where we're at fault
No, we're not.
with any of it myself.
How's the city attorney feels we're on solid ground on this?
My interpretation is very much like Mr. McClung's interpretation is that if we wanted to change it to 2, we would be in violation of the state statute. But 4 is greater than 3, and it says at least. It doesn't say no more. So having a greater number, I think we're still on firm ground with the interpretation of the way it would read. We don't have to have 4, but if you wish 4, I think 4 is safe ground.
I'll rescind my motion, and Did I get a second on that? No?
No, not yet.
Okay, then I'll make the motion to place ordinance number 2220 on its second reading.
Second that.
Okay. Stand by. Okay, we can do a voice vote on this. All in favor, say aye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Suspend the rules and place ordinance number 2220 on its second reading by title only.
And I'll second that.
It's a short agenda, right? I'll drag it out as long as I can.
What time period did you pick?
Joyce Zeller,
Yes.
James DeVito,
Yes.
Dee Purkeypile,
Yes.
Mickey Schneider,
Yes.
Terry McClung,
Yeah.
David Mitchell,
Yes.
6-0. Ordinance 2220, an ordinance amending Chapter 2.56 of the Municipal Code pertaining to the Advertising and Promotion Commission.
Mr. Purkeypile.
Okay, let's clear it up. Was that the one that says 4?
Yes.
Okay, and that was the revised one that we voted on last meeting?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, we're good.
all right.
Mr. DeVito.
Move to approve ordinance 2220 on its second reading.
Second that.
Voice is okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Wait, question.
Yes, sir.
I would like to amend it in that first paragraph and insert in 1, 2, 3, the fourth line down, from the public at large may all, insert the word all, reside outside of the municipality.
Instead of one, you want all?
Well, see, it doesn't define, it's, all of them are to be where they can live with outside.
I think that's implied.
Well, I just thought maybe they all just might be, kind of make it a little more clear.
Ms. Zeller.
I think what we had intended here was that the at-large member could be from outside the city of Eureka Springs.
All
No,
positions.
one member may be.
No,
No, we
all
changed.
positions. What?
Well,
It
no,
says
we didn't agree on having all positions outside. That's why we added within the city, Eureka Springs city limits the last time.
no, ma'am. We did.
Point of clarification,
I don't think we can
we,
make it all.
the statement was that the business has to be within the city limits of
That's
Eureka
correct.
Springs.
That's correct.
They can reside outside of the city limits,
That's
and I
correct.
think that is stated by the line that says but within the county where the municipality is located. I don't think adding the word all to it adds anything to it. I think
The only reason I say that, James, and that is because if you read in the one, if you read it, 4 members of the Commission who shall be owners or manage a business in tourism industry, and the 1 member who shall be from the public at large may. There actually should be a comma right there. I guess if you put a comma at
just use a
large,
Large, yeah. So I was just going to say, that's all we need is a comma.
then it would define it.
right.
Then
I'll
I'm
agree with
okay,
that.
because it kind of is a run-on.
Schneider,
Have you already got it there?
No,
That's what I was
put
gonna
it
say. All
exactly
we need is a
what
comma.
you're intending so I can understand more clearly, please.
After large.
Let's see. Yeah, I got to find large.
Intended to put a comma
Okay.
in, do we?
I don't know.
Probably not, really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't think that.
Punctuation doesn't
Yeah,
require.
yeah. It just reads as a run-on, and it
Okay.
makes it sound like just that one position can be from outside the city. Make sense, Ann?
How about makes sense to the attorney?
Yes.
It's good.
It's actually in a whereas clause, so it has very little effect on the actual ordinance. that we-
Okay. Well, I wondered about that too, because it's in that next paragraph, but I'd rather have no confusion.
All right, so can we clarify, because I'm so lost now. Are we now saying the 4 positions on CAPC can be seated by anyone who owns a business within city limits, but they can live anywhere in the county? All 4?
Or managers.
Yeah, owner or manager. Okay, y'all got that?
In the tourism industry.
Because that's the exact opposite of the way it's been since day one.
We know that.
Any further? All right.
So we have a motion on the floor to approve
Need a
ordinance.
second For,
Yeah.
Second.
I second it.
did you
Second
second
for his
Terry's amendment?
Oh,
No, he.
No, we don't need the amendment.
for a
I don't
comma,
think it got a
that's
second either.
It just needs a grammatical comma.
All right.
That's what I inserted in there in yours.
And you didn't have a second anyway at that point.
So we're not really amending, we're just putting in, okay, got it.
Okay, any further on this? All right.
We have to vote.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
6:25, it's getting close.
I hate this December meeting.
Okay. Moves us to ordinance 2221, second read. Motion to discuss.
So moved.
It's in the
Second.
somewhere.
Floor is open. Mr. DeVito.
Move to suspend the rules and place ordinance number 2221 on its second reading by title only.
Second.
Stand by.
What did we decide on adding food? Isn't this one where we're supposed to say for food?
Wait a second.
Talk about that in a second.
No.
Mr. McClung,
Certainly.
Mr. Purkeypile,
Yes.
Mr. DeVito,
Yes.
Ms. Eller,
Yes.
Ms. Schneider,
Yes,
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes.
6-0.
sorry about that. Jumped the gun.
Ordinance number 2221, an ordinance amending the City of Eureka Springs Personnel Policy Handbook.
Yes, sir.
Move to approve ordinance number 2221 on its second reading.
Second.
You can have it. It's your last.
All in favor, say aye.
Wait.
Question.
Is this the one where we're supposed to be adding the word food?
Mr. Weaver?
Well, there was some discussion of that.
Yeah, because this was in regards to food only, wasn't it? The $50 per day is not the total expenditure amount. Wasn't it for food?
It was supposed to, that's,
Okay,
Yes.
Meals.
Meals.
whatever.
snacks.
Okay, so was there an updated one given that I didn't get, or?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So we need an amendment?
Didn't we do the amendment? That's what I don't remember. Did we do an amendment?
Yes.
There was discussion about it. Mr. McClung suggested that we go ahead and pass the first reading and amend at this meeting.
So I would like to see us add the amendment. Specify for meals, food, however you want to word it.
So how do you want to word it?
I make a motion that we amend the ordinance to be specific in regards to food. $50 per day for food.
Or meals.
Meals.
Per day for meals. Okay.
Yeah. Need one or the other, so we can go ahead and vote on that.
Care. They want meals.
Yes.
I'll second the amendment.
Any further discussion on it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Back to
So that's for the amendment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, all in favor of the amended amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. No. We are hot to try.
Unfinished is done.
Okay.
So we're making a vote on the amended ordinance?
That would have been the second vote they just took.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We
That
voted
was
on
the
that.
second vote
So
they
we
just
don't
took.
have anything.
Okay, I'm just.
Well, we have
I'll
a
pick
few
it up
minutes.
later, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
That should,
Moves us into new business. Number one is reports from department heads.
motion to discuss.
Second.
Floor is open, Mr. Mitchell.
I appreciate all of the commissions and the department heads that took the time to send us a status report. I didn't see some, and I did see some plans for 2015. There are, however, a few commissions that have not achieved that yet at this time, and it might help if and I'll call the building inspector and get the rest of the information that I was looking for. So I appreciate everybody that did it.
Any further on that? If not, it moves us to number two. It would be a resolution for the 2015 parking lot lease.
Motion to discuss.
Second.
Floor is open. Ms. Schneider.
In reading through that, I didn't see anything in regards to the damage to the parking lot over against the side of the wall by the auditorium. I know previously this was a bone of contention, shall we say, between us and the county. Was anything ever resolved in that regard?
Was not. Short of a court order, I doubt if it would be resolved.
Okay. Do we need to do something to open dialogue? As in, they own, we rent, they're responsible, we're not. I mean, along those lines.
Yeah, it'd be a matter of interpretation with the court, yes.
Mr. Attorney?
That's part.
From my understanding, they're not willing to open that dialogue, so if you want the parking lot, at this point, they're presenting you with their option of renewing.
Which is, you fix it or leave it like it is, you try to get us to, and you don't get it?
Pretty much it would leave it like it is right now, as I understand it.
And have they deducted the amount of rental for those 2 spaces?
No, but I also don't see that they've increased it a great number for the other spaces to cover their repair costs, which is what a landlord often will do.
So in other words, and this has been, hasn't it been a couple of years now? Several years? 3, 4, 2? Somewhere between 2 and 4.
It was ongoing when I took over.
Yeah.
6 years.
It's been 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming we haven't really done anything. They've kind of said, right? It's up to you. You want to use them, you fix them. Otherwise, too bad.
Well, my understanding, the last I knew anything from them was that they're not at this time going to do anything about it. And they're leaving the situation pretty much as is.
Okay, when is it that we have to have this signed by, Mr. Mayor?
Commencing January the 1st, 2015.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm the county, I'm saying park there all you want. We made the decision to barricade those spots off.
So nobody would get hurt.
That's our assumption.
Would it be possible with new council, new quorum court members, would it be possible to bring this up for hopefully discussion and or dialogue?
It's always possible.
You could ask them. I mean, they are
I mean, I
under
know-
no obligation to respond to you.
I'm just wondering your opinion on the new people, if this would make a difference, landlord-wise.
It's a psychologist.
You don't know. I think that's beyond my degree. Trying to.
I didn't know if you had been keeping in touch with them or not.
Primarily, what contact I've had in the past has mostly been through the county judge's office.
Okay.
So,
Sandbar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Mitchell, go ahead.
I'm just curious. I thought the mayor had the authority to sign contracts and also, why is this even at council? This one particular lease agreement or something, why isn't it just being dealt with by the mayor? I just like clarification on that.
well, I think this one has traditionally been more addressed by the council because there has been some controversy. I don't know that the council has to give a vote on it. The mayor probably has the authority to do it.
Thank you.
We're not selling anything or buying anything. We're renting. So
I just needed some clarification. Why all of a sudden this one has to be here and
We brought it to council every time.
I think that's been traditionally even past this administration that they kind of brought it to you to let you have a say in it because it is one of the more controversial issues.
And we've had several options.
And I'm hearing the controversy, so.
Well,
Go ahead.
is
It's called options.
is there a liability issue here? I mean,
Someone
we
falls
put up
in.
barricades, but what if somebody inadvertently backs up there, like an Escalade SUV or something, and falls into that hole, and who's liable for it? Who has insurance for it? I mean, it's a thought. Buses go, by there. We don't inspect that thing regularly, decide whether it's deteriorated or whether it's worse under there. We don't know what's going on under there most of the time. Are we liable if somebody falls through in that place?
Mr. Purkeypile.
Well, he can answer a liability issue. But if you'll remember, we had some discussion earlier this year, much earlier. And I suggested that I might come up with a repair option just to bridge over it. But prior to that, we were going to go down into the storm sewer there and kind of look up underneath the auditorium and see if that is an issue at all at this point in time. And I'll have to tell you that I sort of let that slip by because, it should have been me that pushed it. I just, as what happens, we all get busy. So I got busy. But I'd still offer to do that. Not now. But when it warms up a little bit.
I have a flashlight. I mean,
And I volunteered to go
Any
with.
further discussion, Mr. McClung?
Was it not looked at whenever the guys did all their tunnel rat stuff here just not too long ago?
But they just looked at it just to take some photos, and they didn't do an assessment. You really need kind of an engineering geotechnical assessment, and essentially we could do exactly what I said, and that's just bridge over it. But I'm not real sure that it needs that sort of work. So,
I'd move to assign this resolution a number and pass it on its reading.
Second.
Mr. Snyder?
Is there any problem with, even though this has to be done now, is there any problem with talking to Quorum Court? I mean, do you need, if I want to talk to them, do I need permission?
No.
Or can I just do it?
You just
We'll
do
talk
it.
to him.
For the next time, is this every 2 years or every 1 year? I don't remember.
She's a citizen. She's got rights.
1 year.
As a citizen.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, and I meant as a councilman, not as a citizen.
well, I'd call Lamont and ask him his opinion first.
You're not my representative.
I'm asking.
Okay.
Okay, and who's got the liability? We never got an answer on that.
Liability would come down to probably the fact that both the county and the city would have tort immunity based on state law. It's very much similar to any road or any place falling in. Just because we particularly think this one might have a problem, and we've took steps to block it off. There's, as far as I'm aware of, no insurance that's been bought by anyone. Therefore, it would fall back that the state law is that cities and entities of that type within the state are tort immune if they don't have insurance that covers a particular problem. And hopefully, if your Escalade backs up there, they have full coverage on their Escalade.
Jeez. Okay.
Any further? Okay. I believe we have a motion on the floor. And a second? Stand by.
Second.
It's done. Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Ms. Eller?
Yes.
Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Mr. DeVito?
Yes.
Mr. Purkeypile?
yes.
Mr. McClung?
Yes.
The resolution number will be 651.
Why did I write 652?
A resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas to negotiate and execute a parking lot lease agreement for the Carroll County Western District Courthouse parking lots by and between the county of Carroll County, Arkansas as the lessor and the city of Eureka Springs, Arkansas as the lessee. Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The Mayor of the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas is hereby authorized to negotiate and execute a lease agreement for the Carroll County Western District Courthouse parking lot by and between the county of Carroll County, Arkansas as the lessor and the City of Eureka Springs, Arkansas as the lessee, whereby said city agrees to lease the following described property: the existing parking lots immediately surrounding and adjacent to the Carroll County Western District Courthouse, located at 44 South Main Street, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Such parking lots presently occupying the property directly north, east, and south of said courthouse, and bounded by distinct barriers such as the auditorium, First Street, and curbs, respectively, for a term of 1 year, commencing on January 1, 2015, and ending at midnight on December 31, 2015.
Thank you. Okay, moves us on to agenda setting. Mr. DeVito.
Do we have the authority to set an agenda for next year?
No.
We have to be sworn in.
Do we?
Yeah, Don't.
Mr.
No.
Weaver?
Because we have a
Mr. Attorney.
I think you could make suggestions, and your carryovers would be enough that it probably would work, but you don't have to necessarily set your agenda unless you have something you want to.
We need to set when we're going to be sworn in.
Most likely that is being arranged through the judge's office, and there will be one swearing-in ceremony most likely. I haven't heard from them, but they typically try to do that once on each side of the river, I think.
Didn't the mayor do ours last time?
The mayor may have done it.
Yeah.
But he
Morris did it.
Yeah, but he won't be here.
Oh, and
Butch
the new
won't
mayor
be
won't
in.
be here, but he'll be new too. Oh, that's what it is.
In the past, often the circuit judge has done it, but we'll be gaining a new circuit judge this time too, so I'm not sure if
I want
that's been arranged.
CR.
Okay.
I have no agenda.
Okay. Mr. McClung?
I would like to get the parking lot repair on the agenda, whether it's, this next meeting. I'm tired of looking at the barriers and stuff, and it needs to be generating the revenue, so let's move forward with it.
I'll second his thing.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, Mr. Mitchell.
I think it's been an excellent 2 years. It's been a pleasure to have.
No, we're still on agenda, aren't we?
No, I thought we were setting. I thought it was council
Agenda
comments.
setting.
Oh no.
Yes. Agenda setting.
Go ahead.
Nothing?
Please.
Okay.
No, I'll stop.
Mr.
I
Purkeypile.
thought we were moving. No.
None. Oh, yes, I'd like to set the agenda. Oh, no, I'm not running. I didn't
Got
run.
4 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I want to add one other thing. I'm sorry. The report on the hospital.
Yeah, I'll
please,
second
if we
that.
may.
Is it an
The new
update?
hospital, yes, an update on the potential new hospital.
Mr. Weaver, have you heard anything?
I have not heard a word.
Okay, thank you.
No surprise.
All right, Ms. Schneider?
Nope.
Need a second.
Oh, we need a second on the hospispittal.
I'd second.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, he did.
Schneider.
Ms. Schneider?
Well, since you're not going to be here, no, I don't have anything for the agenda.
Okay, Ms. Zeller?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, city council comments, Mr. Weaver.
Well, it's the last meeting of the year, and I'd like to thank all the council members for participating. I'd like to thank Mr. Purkeypile, who won't be with us next year.
Where am I going?
Won't be here next year on camera.
Share.
I'd like to acknowledge all the things we got passed this year. I'd like to express some regrets that we didn't do things like setting minimum standards for people that rent. I think they need a little bit more rights in the community. I think we need to be aware of the least among us. The issues of gay, lesbian, and transgendered didn't even make the agenda. I felt we were remiss in not speaking up for those that can't speak, and that's the exotic animals that are dragged around the country. But maybe these are issues that we can talk about next year.
Mr. McClung.
Yeah, it's been an interesting 2 years on council, and stay tuned the 1st of January, same bat time, same bat channel.
Mr. Mitchell.
Where are you showing your age?
It has been a great 2 years. It's been enjoyable to sit at the table with Morris Pate as mayor, and I particularly wish him well in his future endeavors and out of the hot seat. That would be real nice. It's easy to look back over these. I'll just go the last 2 years and say that a tremendous amount has been accomplished, and I think the issue about the discovery about the water leakage and the action that council took in that respect, the action that was taken in regards to the computer system that the city now has in almost completely up and running. I don't think it's 100% yet, but it's pretty dead gum close, is remarkable. the collegial nature of this council, the civility that has taken place at this council level, the proactive and productive nature of this council, I think is something that should be acknowledged, and I'm very pleased to have had the opportunity to sit here and do that, and I look forward to the next 2 years and the increased civility and the increased productivity and the increased interest in the bottom line and what happens with the city.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Purkeypile.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to the citizens of Eureka Springs for allowing me to serve you for 2 years. I will work with the city in the background as much as I can with Public Works to address some issues, and would like to offer and invite the council and gentlemen taking my place to call me at any time on any of those issues if we need to discuss them. And I've had a great time, and I want to thank the mayor also and wish him well. And Merry Christmas to all.
Ho, ho, ho.
I want to say goodbye to two of my favorite men on council, mostly because I can get along with them, except when I'm being screamed at, which has always been entertaining. And yes, I volunteer to walk around the little hole with you. I think it's been a very, very good, productive 2 years. I'm happy to have been part of it. It's a lot different from 6 years ago. Boys, I hope you have a good time. Enjoy. Don't forget us.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'd like to see you pop in with your hair sometime. It matches your beard. It looks awesome.
I'll let it grow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Please keep it safe.
Ms. Eller.
No, I've had a good time the last 2 years, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 years. That's all.
Okay.
Why
Ooh,
did I do
that comes down to me then, doesn't it? Well, it has been a ride. Definitely been a ride for the last 4 years. Thank everybody in the city that supported this administration. We tried to do everything we could to make a positive impact on the city, and I think we did pretty good, actually. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on. Stretch it out 5 more minutes.
I won't get personal about it. I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas. Stay well, stay safe, and Happy New Year. No, unless we have a special meeting for something, then.
At which time you will be
Morris.
beaten up,
Okay, yes,
whoever
yes,
calls
we will.
for it.
Okay, and the clerk would like to make a speech.
No, I have a comment. Since I usually don't comment and it's the end of the year,
Yeah, go
it's
for
been
it.
a pleasure being at the table and serving this community and remembering what public service is about. And Dee, you will be missed.
Thank you.
Mayor Pate, I wish you the best in
Thank you very much.
your new,
Endeavor.
I was going to say incarnation, but we'll
got
say
a taste of that today at the budget meeting. I do have a list of events we can read here. December the 12th through the 13th, Stroll the Springs Tour, 5 to 8 p.m. December the 13th is the 8th Annual Sweet Treats Cookie Tour, 2 to 5 p.m. December 13th, the second Saturday Gallery Stroll, 6 to 9 p.m. December the 13th is Ozark Corral, the 18th. Christmas Concert, 7 to 9 p.m. December the 19th, the Christmas Parade, weather holding, at 6 p.m. December the 20th, the Home for the Holidays Concert, 7 to 10 at the auditorium. And December the 25th is a Merry Christmas. Through the end of the month, Eureka Springs Christmas Forest at the Crescent, Snow Train Village, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until December the 21st. That'll be in the Gaskin Switch in one of the little shops towards the end, towards the tobacco shop. Yeah. Okay, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right, I guess to be official, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Guys, Merry Christmas, everyone. Please keep
Enlarge and
it safe.